Hi guys, my name is Cassidy and I first want to say welcome to my channel and I hope you guys subscribe. Starting off to get to know me a little bit better, makeup has pretty much always been a passion of mine and I have been teaching myself ever since I could remember. I would take my mom's makeup and my sister's makeup and teach myself about it. And with that, I hope to share my love and knowledge for makeup with you guys as well. Today I am doing a purple cut crease with a smoky lid. I actually really love how this look turned out and I hope you guys like it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Hi guys! So starting off this makeup look, I am using the Tarte Shaped Tape Concealer as my eyelid primer today, and I am just tapping that in with my damp beauty blender. Alright, and once I have that all blended in, which apparently takes me 5 years, I am going to take my Laura Mercier loose setting powder and I'm just going to set that. Alright, once that is set with powder, I go in with the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette by Manny MUA, and I just use the shade Sickening as my transition shade. Alright, once the transition shade is all blended in, I take a smaller, more compact brush, but still pretty fluffy for blending, and I take the bright hot pink shade Kai Kai, and I very lightly tap my brush into that, and I lightly apply that just to add a little bit more color so the purple can pop. Alright, so after I have all the transition shades in and the little bit of hot pink, I add the bright purple, which is called Pageant Queen from the palette, and I take a pencil brush and I carve out my crease pretty precisely, but you don't have to be too perfect with it because we are going to go in a little bit with concealer and carve it out even more. And with that same purple shade, when you are carving it out, I like to go a little bit past kind of making a wing from the crease. So it just adds a little bit more like almond shape to your eye. Alright, right here is where I previously mentioned that we are going to carve out that cut crease with the concealer. And if you can see, I am rolling my eyes up and looking up. That's because I'm placing the concealer and looking up so it gets a more defined crease of where it's actually supposed to be on my lid. And then I'm just bringing that out all the way to the corner, extending that wing, and I am using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer here again. I just put it on the back of my hand and used a flat concealer brush to carve it out. Then I'm grabbing a translucent powder and I am just setting that. Alright, now I'm going in with that shade right there. It is called Goody Two Shoes by ColourPop. It's just a single shadow. I started off by wetting my brush with it and applying it to the lid. After a while, I did realize it was not dark enough for my liking, so I did mix it with just the plain black in the Lunar Beauty palette, which is called Shady, just to darken it up, and then I brought it to the middle of my eyelid, and in a little bit here, you'll see me blending it out and just kind of bringing it across kind of towards the outer corner. Alright, as you can see, I already started on the other eye. I am just doing the exact same thing I did on the other eye with the shadow from ColourPop, wetting it and mixing it with the shade Shady and applying it to the lid. And now here you will see me going in with a very, very small detail blending brush, and that's just to kind of melt the two, like black and the purple together. Okay, now I'm going in with a more of a defined shader brush, and I'm using the color Shady from the Lunar Beauty palette again, and I'm just packing that on the outer corner for the moment, but then I'm going to be taking that small blending brush that I was using in the crease earlier, and I'm just kind of winging that out along with the purple, just to make it nice and smoky. And you really do not have to be precise with the winging it out with the smokiness, because you can always use makeup remover to just sharpen it out and make it how you'd like. Alright, and as soon as that first eye is done, I am going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Just smoke it out and wing it out and clean it up. After I finished the other eye, I just went back in with the purple to make it pop a little bit more. Okay, so after I finished my eyeshadow, I went ahead and started on the face. So I used the Tarte Matte and Poreless Primer, and I just rubbed that into my T-zone and over any problem areas. Alright, so right after primer, I went ahead and used the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. It's really full coverage. I love it. And I just put that all over my face, and eventually I blended it out with a damp beauty blender. Alright, so after the foundation is blended in, I went ahead and used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light, and then I dotted Fair on top. In case you're wondering why I keep looking up, I am watching an America's Next Top Model episode, and then after I put the concealer on, I blend it out with a beauty blender and go on to powder. So for powder, I went ahead and used the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, baked underneath my eyes, on my nose, cupid's bow, forehead, and chin. Okay, so next I went in with the Anastasia contour kit and just chiseled out my cheekbones a little bit. And then after I did that, I went ahead and added some Hoola bronzer just to warm up the face. And after bronzer and contour, I baked underneath my contour just to make it even more sharp. Next is onto brows. I very lightly used the ColourPop brow pencil to just outline the bottom of my brow. I do not like this brow pencil, but it's the only one I have. So after I outlined my brows a little bit, then I went in with the L'Oreal Brow Pomade, and I just filled them in from there. And after the brows are done, I decided to kick off my bake. So after getting rid of all the excess powder, I just sprayed my face with Makeup Forever Mist and Fix to get rid of the powdery residue. Alright, so after that all set in, I went ahead and went in with blush. I used MAC Warm Soul. Alright, next is highlighter. I used the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl one, except in Charming Pink. And then I put that on the high points of my cheeks, down my nose, cupid's bow, and on my chin. Okay, now it's time for color on the lower lash line. I went ahead and did the whole lower lash line in the purple color, Pageant Queen. And then towards the outer corner, I did grab some of the black, and I smudged that along the outer part, but leaving the inner part really purple. Okay, next I went in with this NARS Longwear eyeliner, and I did that in the waterline as well as the tightline. Okay, after doing the eyeliner on the waterline and as well as the tightline, I am just adding the NYC liquid liner to create more of a sharp wing. And after we do the wing, I will be adding some Maybelline Big Shot waterproof mascara just as a base for my lashes before putting on falsies. Okay, so after coating the lashes with some mascara, I am going to put on my fake eyelashes. These are the style Hollywood from Azzurado Cosmetics, and as you can see, I am struggling to put them on. Okay, so once one eye is finished, go ahead and move on to the next. Apply wing liner, mascara, and falsies. Okay, so now it's time for lip products. I'm using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lippy in Mess Around, and then I top it off with the I Love Syrah gloss. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Alright guys, so that is the look. I really hope you guys liked it, and thank you guys for all that watched, and I really do hope you subscribe. My Instagram is also Cassie Rose Makeup, and I will put it in the down bar, and thank you guys so much for your support, and I hope to see you soon.